Hello, my name is Orlando Torresilla from ThinkOurStarResilla.com. Attention home sellers and home buyers,
Y atención, compradores de viviendas, porque les
because we are going to tell you about a case that happened to us during the signing of a deed.
una firma de una escritura.
Well, you already know that normally the deed requires a certificate of debt from the community of owners to verify that the owner who is selling is up to date and has no debts.
Que está al día con la comunidad de propietarios y no tiene deudas el propietario que vende. Ojo que esto no es...
Please note that this is not mandatory.
El comprador puede eximir
The buyer may exempt the seller from showing this certificate of debt,
de deuda, que a veces pasa que no lo tiene,
because sometimes it happens that you don't have it, you don't get it, etc. But this is dangerous.
tenerlo incluso
It is advisable to have it even before signing the contract, to know what we are talking about, what is happening in that community, because the case we are going to tell you is that in that certificate it stated that the community payments were up to date, but that there was a pending lawsuit with an adjoining property,
pero que había un juicio pendiente con un inmueble colindante.
In this case, it is the roof of a pavilion that is adjacent to the community terrace.
Un pabellón que pega con la terraza de la comunidad.
Though we see a terrace and the roof of that pavilion collects the water in a gutter adjacent to the terrace,
En un canalón que pega con la terraza y que cuando
when it rains a lot, the gutter overflows.
lo que ocurre es
What happens is that there is moisture on the wall of the premises below the terrace.
de la terraza pues aparecen humedades. Claro,
Sure, vast fame. Who would think of putting a roof with a slope against a wall? This is already unheard of.
ya inaudito. Pero, claro, en el
But, of course, in the trial, the guy on the roof blames the community terrace.
comunidad. Bueno,
Well, the trial is pending.
todavía no se ha...
It has not yet been celebrated.
¿A quién le corresponde
So, who would be responsible for paying it if the community lost the lawsuit?
si ocurriera que perdiera el juicio la comunidad? Bueno, primero,
Well, first of all, it is important to put it in writing to the buyer to avoid hidden defects.
juicio oculto, porque si no se lo dicen,
Because if you don't tell them, it could be a hidden defect. If the community then loses the lawsuit and the new buyer has to pay something for a levy approved by the community board, at that time the payment of the levy becomes executive.
de la Junta de la Comunidad para pagar ese juicio. Ese exactamente es el momento en el que es ejecutivo el pago de una derrama.
At the time it is approved at a meeting.
Esto lo tienen en el artículo 19.
This is in Article 19.3 of the Horizontal Property Law,
El propietario que
and it is paid for by whoever is the owner at that time.
la
At the time the meeting is held to approve the assessment. In this case, since the trial has not been held, the meeting to prepare a levy has not yet been held,
para una derrama y por lo tanto
and, therefore, the owner would have to pay it when the meeting is held and the assessment is approved, in the event that the community loses the lawsuit.
del juicio.
But the buyer is a reasonable person and has seen that it makes no sense for the owner of the pavilion to win the lawsuit, because his roof is poorly made.
Que gane el juicio el propietario del pabellón porque tiene mal hecho su tejado. Entonces,
So, nothing happened and the house was purchased without any problems.
y además poniendo
And furthermore, it must be expressly stated in the deed that there is a pending lawsuit against the community with this adjoining property.
pero se ha expuesto
But as it has been written in the deed of sale, this way we avoid the possible hidden defect.
vicio oculto, que ojo, que esto puede ser
Be careful, this can be a problem. We have seen many hidden vices many times. From termites in a house with a wooden structure, to homes that have been delivered with different inventories than those signed in the contract.
con distintos inventarios de los que se habían firmado en contrato. Entonces,
So, be careful with these things. If you have any questions, we can humbly help you.
les podemos ayudar.
Contact us on WhatsApp 693-23926 or +34 if you are outside of Spain, and we will be happy to try to help you.
Estaremos encantados de intentar ayudarles. Un saludo.
Greetings. Until the next videos, God willing, and good afternoon.